It's one thing for us to think that your ass is crazy, but it's another thing for you to go on the R&B Divas and prove it.
Hello, Black Hole. See this brother winning, man. A-R-E. Hey, look, what is your win, babe? What is your win, babe? What is your win, babe? Can't see this. What the fuck is your win?
Well, hello there, love bugs. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. For the next week, all shades will be on sale between $15 and $25. That would be including these JT Rizzles, the Miss Chi shades, and the new shades or the new Priscilla frames we just got in. Yeah, they'll be between $15 and $25. So won't you go on over there and check it out. Now, let's talk about the beautiful, the incomparable, the craziest girl groups in the land, En Vogue. Child, so you know that I love me some En Vogue. I do. Everything about them hoes. Everything about the original En Vogues. The new lady, you know, the trio group. Okay, shout to La Vista to y'all. I don't know what happened, but I just got turned off when the other two crazy, or when the two ladies left. I know I'm crazy about En Vogue. They were the epitome for us girls that were around in the 90s. See, me and BFF were in college at that time. BFF was going to Bowie and I was going to UDC. So what was going on was, fashion-wise, we were copying everything Tashina Arnold and Tisha Campbell was doing over there on the Martin. And whatever En Vogue was wearing, free your mind! I ain't got it. We know I ain't got it. Them bitches were fashion icons for us back in the 90s, okay? Just like how for you youngins, Rihanna is it. She is. What's funny is I didn't know the background of En Vogue until I started researching this. I said to myself, self, you can't keep talking about these girls like dogs and don't know what the history of them is. So I did some research and I decided to share it with you. In the late 1980s, Atlantic record, Oakland-based producer, songwriter duo Denzel Foster and Thomas McElroy conceived an idea for a modern-day girl group that kind of had the zhuzh of the 50s and the early 60s. Foster and McElroy envisioned a group in which every girl was a triple threat. Okay, not like the Destr0yed. Picture a girl group of Beyoncés. That was their vision, and that is what they achieved. They did a worldwide search for the three baddest girls, because initially it was supposed to be a trio. They auditioned approximately 3,000 girls, and this is where Dawn Richard from New London, Connecticut, Cindy Heron from San Francisco, California, and Maxine Jones from Paterson, New Jersey made the cut. The group was originally supposed to be a trio, but then Terry Ellis from Houston, Texas won them over. You know what's crazy about Terry? I felt like although it was 4 Beyoncés in the group, for some reason Terry, to me, outshined them all. I don't know why. To me, I don't know if she got more leads. I don't know what it was. All 4 girls were bad. You hear me? Especially in Free Your Mind. Recording began in August 1989, and Born to Sing was released on April 3rd, 1990. The album peaked at number 21 on the Billboard 200 chart and number 3 on Billboard's R&B albums chart. That's very confusing to me, because when I did my research, I was shocked and awed at the fact that these girls did not have more crossover success, because they were Black, beautiful, sexy. They exemplified all things. Me and BFF loved En Vogue because Simply, we didn't have our Supremes yet. The first single, Hold On, was released to radio in late February 1990 and became a crossover pop hit, reaching number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart and number 1 on both the R&B singles and Hot Dance Music Club play charts. Do they got dance music charts anymore? I remember me and BFF going down to the Mirage downtown in Southwest. That shit ain't there no more. Ain't nothing there no more from my childhood, child. They trying to erase my entire childhood in DC. What's her name? Maureen Boyle? Not Maureen Boyle. What's the bulldagger's name? Bowser, bitch. You trying to erase my entire childhood, bitch. I see you. It later went to number 5 in the UK and became a hit in Europe. Everything becomes a hit in Europe. I don't know what it is about the Europe. Okay, but them hussies over there, they got mad loyalty over there. I love you, Europe. I love you. According to the YouTube analytics, you pay me the most. I love you. Hold On was awarded a Billboard Music Award for number 1 R&B single of the year, a Soul Train Award for R&B Urban Contemporary Single of the Year, and nominated for a Grammy Award for Best R&B Vocal Performance by a Duo or Group. Them bitches deserved it. Okay? Them bitches deserved it. But who knew that them bras was crazy behind the scenes? It bees like that sometimes. The next 2 singles, Lies and You Don't Have to Worry, each went to number 1 on the Billboard R&B charts. See, it's not pop. It's crazy that they didn't cross over. But anyway, let me move forward. While the 4th and final single, Don't Go, charted at number 3 on the Billboard R&B, the album was later certified triple platinum by the RIAA. Them bitches was bad. I don't know how many times I could say them just was bad. Now, remember when I was talking about SWV and saying how them is the pettiest group in the business? Okay, yes, they may be the pettiest group, but these The En Vogue, these the dumbest bitches in the business. I love you, En Vogue. I'm just mad at you that you just didn't put the money forward. In 1990, En Vogue is in Diet Coke commercials being directed by the Spike Lee. Okay? Now, I don't know why Spike Lee is not a director that is held in high regard like the Quentin Tarantino. He should be, but maybe because he's black. I don't know. He does have a formula to how he does things, but I must say, when he steps outside of his formula, vision is magnanimous. Vogue's second album, Funky Divas, was released in the spring of 1992. The album debuted at number 8 on the Billboard 200, number 1 on the Billboard R&B, and surpassed the success of their first album. Ooh, my first mistake was I wanted too much time. I had to have it morning, noon, and night. If y'all know, I'm having sinus problems and, all kinds of things. So even if I could hit that note, it wouldn't be the best. The album's first 2 singles, My Lovin', You're Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It, Never Gonna Get It, and Giving Him Something He Could Feel, both went top 10. Giving him something he can feel. Nobody, and I mean nobody, could give a ninja something he could feel except the Aretha Franklin and or the En Vogue. Like I said, the album first 2 singles, My Lovin', You're Never Gonna Get It, and Giving Him Something He Could Feel, both went top 10 and peaked at number 1 on the R&B charts. The next single, Free Your Mind and Your Ass Will Follow. Be colorblind. I know it's Free Your Mind and the rest will follow, but I had to do the George Clinton version. Free your mind and your ass will follow. Heaven is within. That video, when I tell you them bitches was giving, you hear me? Oh, it was like they was like rock divas. You hear me? Maxine had on this black patent leather or leather thing, whatever it was, she was giving. That's when we knew that she was old, short, thicky. It was like, oh, Maxine, oh, girl, you might want to be a video hoe. That's what you might want to do. That's when I found out that Dawn was super duper 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 sexy. Know this. This is what the ninjas told me my whole life, okay? You gotta be wary of them pretty girls, okay? Because them bitches be nuts. And I wanna say that Dawn, that might be her, okay? Dawn, the worst thing you did was get on that R&B Divas. It's one thing for us to think that your ass is crazy, but it's another thing for you to go on the R&B Divas and prove it. The next single, Free Your Mind, also went top 10. The final two singles, Give It Up, Turn It Loose, and Love Don't Love You, both went top 40s. That is crazy to me that these girls didn't have higher success. That's crazy when I'm researching this. What was you people thinking? It was the En Vogue. The album went on to sell more than 5 million copies, won an American Music Award for Favorite Soul R&B Album, and was nominated for 5 Grammy Awards. The music video for Free Your Mind earned the group 3 MTV Video Music Awards for the Best Choreography, Best Dance Video, and Best R&B Videos. I'm telling you, that Free Your Mind video was given, okay? Now, you know that MTV was originally old racist piece of shit around there, okay? But by the time En Vogue came in, woo, they couldn't wait to put their mouth on some of that R&B diva buddy. They were honored with Soul Train's Entertainer of the Year Award. In addition to this, the group was featured in Rolling Stone. That's a big deal. The group was featured in Rolling Stone, Entertainment Weekly, Essence, and other major publications. While they were riding high on the success of Funky Divas, a 6-song EP titled Runaway Love was released in the fall of 1993, spawning the hit Runaway Love. The group was signed to an endorsement deal with Converse and was featured as an opening act for Luther Vandross in 1993 on his Never Let Go tour. Ooh, the drama. Now, according to an article in Vibe magazine, Vandross, by his own admission, said that his entourage and En Vogue clashed during the tour, and he vowed never to work with the girls again. It has been said, you know, that Luther Vandross is difficult to work with, okay? Now, I have read some books, including Aretha Franklin's book, that spoke about how Vandross just don't have time for when they were doing the song Jump, Jump, Jump to It. Don't that sound like a Luther Vandross song? That was his song and he produced it. Anyway, Luther told her, look, either you gonna do it or you not. Because if you don't do it, you know, I could take this back in the studio and kill it, right? He just has a no-nonsense sensibility to me. His reputation is also that when he tours with females, he can be a bit nasty. That's hard to absorb for me because of the fact that, what's her name? The girl that did If This World Were Mine, Cheryl Lynn. That was his girl. Maybe because they came up through the ranks together. I'm not sure. But, I mean, as I read more, I learn more. And I learned from doing the research that Luther Vandross called the police on these girls. Luther Vandross didn't want En Vogue to walk past his dressing room. Bitch, take the long way. En Vogue made numerous television appearances on such series as In Living Color. You did not go out. You planned your day around certain television shows. They made appearances on In Living Color, A Different World, Rock, and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. They did the theme song for Rock and Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know, the show with Mark Curry. Who else was on there? I think Neil Carter was on there with him. Don Lewis. I can't remember. And Holly Robinson Pete was on there. It was a pretty good show. It was funny until it wasn't. You know, just like Rock. Rock was a good show until it wasn't. In 1993, En Vogue was featured on Salt and Pepper's top 10 hit, What a Man, What a Man, What a Man, What a Mighty Good Man. I can't believe that Salt was in the bed with the Tupac and didn't make a move on him. I ain't a Tupac, you know, advocate. Okay, it ain't like Tupac could, you know, knock on. Well, if he knocked on his door right now, there would be a problem. I wasn't like a big Tupac fan. I was more like a Biggie fan back then. Don't ask me why. Okay, when I look at it, that was that mother hunter, and he probably ain't want me anyway because I wasn't a red bone and built like a tooth. And Lil' Kim, I don't even know what you mad for. Think about it, Lil' Kim. You was teeny weeny, just like how red is supposed to be like this ultimate thing. If a woman is red and light skinned, regardless whether she look like a bull or not, they put them high up on a pedestal. Oh, she red, she light skinned, she got pretty eyes, yeah, but she look like a seal. But it don't matter, okay, because she's still red. Lil' Kim, girl, you teeny weeny. Them teeny weeny girls get extra activities. Them dudes treat y'all like y'all doll babies and pay for you like you're a doll baby. Know your worth. In 1995, while band member Cindy Hearn and Maxine Jones went on a maternity leave, Ellis recorded and released a solo album titled Southern Gal, which spun off the top 10 R&B single Wherever You Are. I don't even remember that song. I don't even remember it. Probably because I wasn't feeling her by herself. Bitch, don't break up the Supreme. In 1996, En Vogue recorded Don't Let Go for the soundtrack to the motion picture Set It Off, released as the soundtrack's lead single in the fall of 1996. It became the group's biggest hit yet, selling over 1.8 million copies worldwide and becoming certified platinum by the RIAA. That song was hot as hell. There'll be some love making, heartbreaking, soul shaking love. I love that song. Ooh, I love that. That's when I fell in love with the Blair Underwood, because remember that love scene that Blair Underwood had with the Jada Pinkett? Oh, I hate that bitch. Y'all. Because I'm married to a Virgo and I'm a Libra, I know what can happen. That's all I can say. Right? When you dealing with a Virgo and you a Libra, that shit can be not good. And I'm going to leave it right there. In response to the large commercial success of Don't Let Go, the group worked on their third studio album. So when the album was nearing completion, Dawn, Crazy Dawn is what I call her, chose to leave the group in March 1997 after Dawn did not get what she wanted contractually. I saw a video where Dawn and Maxine are sitting right there. Those two have a problem contractually because it's about the money. And it's also about how the dude, Denzel, the originator, talked to them and treated them, okay? Dawn found out or spoke on in interviews how the dude, Denzel, she called him Denny, would just be like, I don't care about what you think about, bitch, just get in there and work. And Dawn did not accept that. She's like, okay, first of all, we did the first album. Okay, you got us money-wise on the first album. The second album, we need to renegotiate some things here. The problem was all four girls did not stand united. She said, and Maxine said, that Terry and Cindy were good. Max and Dawn was like, I ain't good. So like I said, despite Robinson's abrupt departure, Ellis, Hearn, and Jones continued on as a trio. That's when I lost interest, child. I want all my Supremes together, okay? If you're going to create 4 Beyoncés, we need to begin with 4 Beyoncés, then we need to end with 4 Beyoncés. It's just not a Michelle, because poor Michelle. Robinson's abrupt departure from En Vogue forced the remaining trio to re-record several of her original lead vocals on their forthcoming album, EV3, released in June 1997. I don't know nothing about that album, y'all. I can't lie. In 1999, Dawn Robinson joined supergroup Lucy Pearl. I wanna dance tonight. She did good. I love that song, but Dawn, crazy Dawn, child. She don't know how to sit down and be quiet, all right, and just get to the money. In 1999, Dawn Robinson joined supergroup Lucy Pearl, composed of her, Dawn, Raphael Sadiq, formerly of Tony, and Ali Shaheed, formerly of A Tribe Called Quest. Now, according to Dawn, the reason why the group broke up was because the media was focusing on her. She felt that Raphael was being unfair to her. She actually said that she lost her house because of Lucy Pearl. Now, Dawn girl, you might can play that on the dummies, okay? But people who have owned property before know god daggone well they don't put you out your house for 1 or 2 missed payments, girl. You got to miss a couple. And on top of that, you can save your house. You know, they just be like, okay, all right, you owe us $10,000. Okay, $10,000. Here you go. You know, 3-4 months later. Okay. But she said she couldn't make her house payments because of Lucy Pearl, because Raphael Sadiq had promised her some money to save her house. Girl. As a trio, En Vogue is working on their 4th album, Masterpiece Theater. Soon Maxine decides to leave and was replaced by Amanda Cole. She stayed with them from 2001 to 2003. Eventually, Amanda Cole left because Cindy and Terry ain't sharing the leads. And she was replaced by Rona Bennett. 2003 to 2005, 2006 to 2008, and 2012 to the present. Poor Rona. Poor Rona girl. Oh my God. Ooh, why you let En Vogue ninja you? Man, they pick her up and put her down any way they want to. And Rona just be right there waiting. I'll expound on that later. Rona girl, you worth more than that, girl. With Bennett, the trio began working on their 6th album, Soulflower, produced by Allison Herron. It was made independently through their own label, Funk Girl Records, as well as Foster and McElroy's 33rd Street Records, and distribution was handled through an outside deal with Bayside Entertainment. In 2005, Herron and Robinson rejoined En Vogue, and Bennett withdrew from the group. That's why you see her come in, come out, come in, come out, come in, come out. They treat her ass like a side chick. My wife back. Come on back. Bennett, I'm sorry, but I mean, you gotta go. My wife is back. Now, why the wife is back, meaning Maxine and Dawn, Terry and Cindy, like, okay, let's get to the money. They are now searching for a deal. So they are working with one of the largest management firms, the Firm Management Group, and began soliciting material for a new studio album, which was expected to be released through Los Angeles-based Move Maker and Funk Girl Records. That September, the band joined Salt and Pepper for their first joint public performance of the 1994 single What a Man at VH1's Hip Hop Honors, and briefly toured together. After failing to agree on business terms, Robinson once again chose to leave En Vogue, and Bennett returned to complete the quartet. Bennett, I would have handed them hoes my ass to kiss. As a result, En Vogue was let go from the firm. Them bitches don't get it, okay? Remember in the Temptations when Eddie Kendrick went round there to the David Ruffin and had to... Listen, if one of us don't show, none of us get paid. En Vogue continued to perform with Ellis, Herron, Jones, and Bennett. In 2013, when Maxine left, she came up with a bright idea. It was called En Vogue to the Max. Answer no. Basically, Terry and Cindy new editioned her ass. Terry and Cindy ran around there and got the LLC on the En Vogue. Bitch, you can't use En Vogue, remember? Okay. When Johnny and Ralph, Johnny ain't even an original member, but Johnny and Ralph went around there and got the LLC on the new edition. That's why the new edition can't perform as the new edition, meaning Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, and Michael. Them 4 ninjas can't go on tour as new edition. They got to do BBD +3 or, Big Ball and Chain, whatever it is they tour as. Okay? But they can't do it because Johnny and Ralph then ran around there and got the LLC. And that's what Terry and Cindy did, bitch. You won't use this En Vogue name. July 2014, Bennett, Ellis, and Herron signed a new contract with Pyramid Records and began work on the album Electric Cafe with mentors Denzel Foster and Thomas Elroy. November, the trio appeared on the Lifetime holiday film and En Vogue Christmas, in which they played fictional versions of themselves and reunited to perform a benefit concert to save the nightclub where they started. October 2019, original member Robinson and Jones reunited with Ellis, Herron, and Bennett for an onstage performance to salute music industry executive Sylvia Rohn at the City of Hope Gala in 2019, marking the first time all 5 members performed together. Plans to reunite permanently for a concert tour in support of their 30th anniversary in 2020 failed to materialize. You know why? Because the bitches couldn't figure whether or not they wanted to take Rona Bennett with them. We got a problem. This bitch ain't the original. Instead of us splitting in 4 ways, we gonna have to split it 5. No, the bitch can't come. In 2021, the group made a cameo in the romantic comedy sequel Coming to America alongside Salt and Pepper. In 2022, Rona, Terry, and Cindy completed in season 7 of The Masked Singer as the Queen Cobras of Team Bad. I'm glad they still working, you know. I'm glad they still working. I wish some hoes would get it together. I wish Dawn would get it together, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what the hell is wrong with that L. She needs to get herself together. You know. Dawn know her work, but at the same time that you gotta eat. Already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. Like I told you, all frames, sunshades, Priscilla personality frames are going to be between $15 and $25. Go check it out. Now, remember this, the same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you will meet on the way down.